Evening, welcome to another blustery night in Norfolk. It's the last bank holiday of May and we have got another stiff breeze coming in from the northeast. Back with Norfolk Angling Club, 24 booked in tonight, all gathering in the car park. We'll do the draw in a second and yeah, see how we get on. There's been a few bass caught in the last week, flounders, dabs, so all to play for. Draw. Carnell, what number are you giving me?
Have a good one.
Off the top. 22.
Ooh, right end.
Could be worse.
Anyone else? Rob? Nathan? Don't be shy.
22.
I've avoided that one then.
Hey, John Catchpole for company. First time. Ironic, really. We used to draw each other every week until I started making videos, and now this first time.
I managed to escape. Yes, I'm not late to beat.
You'll get your day, Nathan. Don't worry about that, mate. One nice touch, Dwayne. He's sponsored by Zolkron fishing tackle for his endeavours in the casting world, so he's bought some rods with him tonight for everyone to check out.
Miles away again.
No, Nathan's dodged me yet again, but don't worry, he'll get his turn. You'll see him in action. Yeah, so Dwayne's bought some rods for the anglers to try. Nice thing about being in a club, you can you get access to all the sort of people's expertise like that. So nice one, Dwayne. Well done, mate. Just I hope he hasn't drawn himself on the wreck again, but I got my peg.
What peg you got?
22. So we'll go and get ourselves sorted out. Right, made my way to my peg, and as I said, I got peg 22. So I'm down the right hand side of the shingle bank known as Kelling Beach. On the end there we got Neil Rowe in front of the wreck, John Spalton, so that means I've got Gus the dog for company, and round to my left John Catchpole, and everybody else is spread out all the way down there. So a beautiful evening, no chance of rain I don't think, but if you're looking at that, how would you fish that? Because I'm going for a bass. We fish to size limits, so it might be full of schoolies and I won't do any good, but I think that's worth trying for a bass, don't you? We got John just having a practice cast. What's the target tonight then, John?
Well, it's got to be bass.
Bass?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, you've had a good couple of weeks pleasure fishing, so now's the time to do it for real.
Yeah. I always seem to do badly in the matches, just recently, but yeah, we should be alright tonight, I think.
Yeah.
The plan, I think, is squid and lug, although I've got other baits with me. I've got fish baits and bluey, a bit of herring, sand eels, but I think basically it's going to be squid and lug tonight.
Yeah.
I've got rag there as well, but...
Well, I hope you catch that, and I hope John Spalton catch something. Because if he don't catch something, it's going to be a miserable evening. John Spalton on the next peg. I'll talk to him now because he might be unapproachable in about an hour's time. You normally lose it, don't you, halfway through if it's not going well?
I'm alright, mate, till 7 o'clock.
Yeah, well, no. Yeah. What's the target?
Catch as many fish as you can,
Yeah.
in size,
Yeah.
that is. Not undersized, in size.
No, it'll be alright, won't it?
But drew the right end, so there's no excuse, is it?
No. Got to do it.
Yeah. Windy, but...
They're the dogs. Curled up for the night. Gus is just over that brow of that hill. You can just see the top of his head. But yeah, we will see John specifically if he well, definitely if he catches something, but if he don't, we'll stay out of his way.
Not quite mellow all week.
Yeah, but it's on a Monday night, isn't it, when you want to eat everyone. Half hour to go. You're going to have to start. One of these days we'll empty that tackle box and see exactly what you managed to cart round with you.
Yeah, a lot, too much.
Good luck, mate.
And you, mate.
It's been a while since we've been near this fella. This is the guy that pegs all the beaches for all the anglers get here. So, what's the tactics then, Neil?
Big ups tonight, hope for a bass.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing, so looks alright, doesn't it?
Sea looks lovely for it, doesn't it? So.
Yeah. Summer league wise, it's been a bit, yeah, it's not shorts weather, is it?
No.
But I've got John Spalton between us, so stay out of his way if I were you, if things start going wrong. That could be funny. Oh. There he goes. A few practice casts. He's actually, we can't see it at the moment, but Weybourne Wreck is just out there somewhere. He might be in front of it, he might not quite sure at the moment, but that'll be a target. Tricky to hit in a northeasterly wind, but always holds fish, so we shall see. I won't be going very far out. Lugworm baits, 30 yards, and we'll see what happens. Let's watch him wind this up. And there it goes. So that's all I've got with me tonight. There's a couple of other wraps, but I've got 75 blow lug. So that's all we've got, and we're just going to lob it out there. There is a little bit of weed floating around. Hopefully it won't be enough to destroy the evening. It not normally is on this beach. Not normally too bad. Might get a little bit tagging the line, but nothing serious. But yeah, I'm just going to have a quick drink. I might have a practice cast, might not, and then we'll get up and running, see if we can get an early bass. Everyone else is after one, so need a bit of luck. Beautiful evening, lovely bit of sea, and if I was pleasure fishing I'd have 2 rods out, one out there about 80 yards and one right in the edge, but I'm not, so I just got to keep moving it about until I find something, or watch everybody else and see if they find something equally as good. What that is John Spalton giving John Catchpole back casting lessons. So, bit intimate, but nonetheless, if it gets the hang of it, then that's alright. What you got, John? Bass. First cast. He's got a bass. Be interesting to see. They got to be, for this match, they got to be, I think, 36 centimetres, something like that, maybe 37. As you know by now, the size limit, the keep is 42, but that's there. That's big enough, I'm sure. So he's a fair bit further than me, so I'm going to have to have a look a bit further out, I think. Well done, John. So first blood to John Spalton. I haven't seen anything else caught yet. 42 centimetres. Awesome. Good points for that. Yeah, I'll fill it in. Right, well done. Half an hour gone and it's all very quiet. We're fishing the ebbing tide, probably down to the bottom, and there's a bit of pull on it going right to left, and there's a bit of weed in the water which is a little bit of a nuisance. It's just catching on the line and making things a little bit tricky. It's by no means unfishable. There's just a few lumps floating around in the surf, about 30 yards out, between 20 and 30 yards out, making it a little bit tricky. But as you look down the beach, that's fairly motionless. So those bonus fish, like that one John just got, well, he was targeting them, but you're going to need them, I think, because there's not going to be enough flatties there tonight to overcome them. So keep sticking at it and hope that rod goes over. But yeah, lovely evening, bit chill in the wind, but hopefully there'll be a bass. I'll be sticking at it right until the last cast anyway. But at the moment I'm just searching around, keep trying different distances and hopefully get one. But at the moment there's not even any little tiny schoolies coming up the beach, so ominous. Right, my first fish of the evening, and it is a tiny little dab, 19 centimetres, so how he managed to scoff that great big lugworm, I don't know. But John, on the other hand, he just had one and it was 24, so he's doing really well. No one else has caught a fish to my eye, as far as I can see, so he can't believe it after the recent run of luck he's had. Yesterday he was in a river match and didn't get a bite all day, so to get 2 fish in the first sort of 40 minutes tonight, he's chuffed. Well, John's just pulled another fish up the beach, a little flounder this time, so he's had 3 fish. No one else has caught anything. He's in a good mood. Can't believe it. But it's early days yet, about an hour gone, and it can be really good just before the bottom of the tide, so I hope it is. Mind you, John's got no complaints, he's doing all right anyway, but everybody else around me struggling. Got to be more than one bass in that sea. Gus don't look over impressed though. Come on, fish. We had a cracking bite and a double shot of undersized bass, so that's how frustrating it can be. So we'll get them back in the sea, and I've still got no points. Don't know if you can see that in the distance, but Julian struggling in the surf, and he's dragged a smooth hound up the beach. It did look a little on the rough side for them, but he's obviously extracted one, so mega points for that. So it's bonus fish all the way. If you can get them, then you're going to do well. So you get a lot of points for that, and that takes some stopping. Might be a few of them about. A few of the anglers have got crab and squid, so that's what they like to eat. But I'm after a bass, or a couple ideally. Try and drag myself back into this, but nice to see a few fish coming out. Julian's been trying his hardest to win one of these matches. Tonight could be your night, mate, because look at that smooth hound. 85 centimetres.
Oh yeah.
80, will it go 86?
No.
85.
85.
Big points for that on a night like this. Frozen peeler crab.
Yeah.
As far as you could chuck it, I suppose.
Yeah, in this wind, ain't very far.
Nice fish. Well done. Well done, Neil. Was that your first bite?
Yes.
Your first bite?
I was messing about with a bit of squid, looked up and I had slack line everywhere. So.
And that's a 54 centimetre.
53. Well, no, we will go 54.
Yeah, 54.
I'm wobbling myself there, look.
Yeah, that's 54.
Lovely. Back.
Well, I'm getting battered left, right and centre, so if you've been following my videos, you'll know that when I get in trouble I resort to one thing, and that's going for the biggest flatfish. So it's not a flounder, which I was aiming for. I dropped it right in the gutter just behind the first breaker, and there's a dab in there, and he puts me on the card at 26 points. Now that's not going to win the biggest flatfish by any means, but when you're they've got smooth hounds coming out and bass, and you're not getting any yourself, and something in the rules says something about flatfish, I reckon that's what you got to do. I'll keep trying to do it. Something to do, all good fun. Try for a flounder, and I've got another undersized bass, but I know of at least two 30cm flounders coming out now, so now's the time. Right, it's 9 o'clock, and John Catchpole's just come over. He's had a 25cm dab, so at least none of us are blanking in this vicinity. It's just finding those better ones, but the weed seems to have gone, the tide's eased up, so hopefully there's time yet. But really enjoyable evening. It's good in a car park, good on the beach, and yeah, the fishing's almost secondary, but I'm just saying that because I've had a disaster. But that might come good yet, you never know. I'm trying loading the hooks up, and I'm just lobbing it out there at the moment. I keep trying different distances, but the bass that I've caught, although they've been undersized, I've had a few now, and they've all been about sort of 30 or 40 yards, so must be a better one out there. But gone a little bit quiet to my right, although John Spalton's one of the people that did manage a 30cm flounder. But Neil's, I think Neil actually had an eel as well, so he's got two fish, so yeah, there's a few things about. And the wind is just starting to ease slightly, and it's getting darker. Well, that's what you don't want to see. That is a pin whiting, only a tiny bit bigger than the lugworms I'm using, so that's no good. So in response to that, I've dropped it right in the edge there. As it's getting dark, those little whiting do come on, so I've come in right close in behind the first breaker. Just hope there's a nice bass swimming along there. I don't want any more whiting, rather catch nothing. 10 past 9, and I've caught a flounder, about 20cm smaller than the one I'm after, but nonetheless it's still a flounder. And yeah, there's a few bits and pieces still getting caught, so can't complain. Weeds eased off, so better than watching telly. Well, there's another flounder that's probably not quite sizable, although I will measure it just in case. But yeah, can't get through them to the better ones at the moment, but still about 3/4 of an hour remaining, so you never know, you only need one lucky cast. But yeah, it's just all about having a nice evening out. And I know there's a lot bigger smooth hounds about than Julian's 85cm one, and I know there's a lot bigger bass kicking around than the one Neil managed to catch. But on the night they've had a great evening, and that's what club match fishing's got to be all about. Otherwise no one would bother doing it. Yeah, good turnout tonight of 24 anglers, and I'm sure there's been plenty of fish up the beach. We've still got a few casts remaining, so let's hope I bring you back with something special. Can't believe it, can you? Double shots of undersized fish this time. So nothing I do makes any difference. I don't know if you can see that, but every cast that rod's rattling around. They're undersized bass, flatfish, that sort of stuff. And next to me, John Spalton, he's just had a smooth hound. I think he had a dogfish earlier as well, so everything he's touching's turning into gold, and I'm just getting plagued with undersized fish. In hindsight, I should have gone crab as far as I could chuck it, but I honestly thought I'd get the bass in close. But John's had two now, and they've both been out there a fair way, so you live and learn. I got it wrong, and I've caught a load of fish that are too small. And yet another one. Dwayne Lockwood's about 3 pegs down. I see him just in the distance in the dusk. He's got a decent sized smooth hound, so he'll be up there now points wise, but John Spalton's going to take some stopping. He's done really well. Let's get this fish back in the sea and see if we can catch another dozen. That rod tip's still banging away. It's gone beyond frustrating, but I don't care. It's not a problem. For those of you that watched the last video, you'll know I'm in hospital having a knee operation tomorrow, so unfortunately I'm probably out for the rest of the season. There's about 4 or 5 matches left in this league, and I know a lot of you are getting used to who the anglers are and what's happening. So you can see all the results. If you join Norfolk Angling Club Facebook page, Simon the day after the match puts a comprehensive report up, and yeah, everything will be explained in full on that report, and then I'll be back as soon as I can, videoing matches and all the anglers I can persuade to contribute, which is all of them at the moment. So all going well, and I'll look forward to being back on the beach and uploading stuff as soon as I can. But this one's not over yet. Couple of casts left, and it would just be nice to finish on one decent fish. It's not going to happen for me tonight, is it? That's another undersized flounder. Time for one more proper cast, or a couple of quick ones, but it's not looking good. But at least I've had plenty of action. I suppose you can look at it that way. Right, 2 minutes to the end and there's nothing on there. So we're going to go up the car park and see what's happened. I'll see you there. Well, tiny little flounder on the last cast. Just about sums my night up, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the car park bit. That's one of my favourite bits, so let's go and see what Simon's got to say for himself. Right, let's go.
Start again. You'd never get this with Tony Thomas, would you? Right, in 5th place, Julian Lovick. Now he found his phone. Again, 3 fish, 361. 4th position, sorry John. 12 fish, 456. Moan, John Spalton. In 3rd place, after a steward's inquiry, Rob Ford. 4 fish, 539. 2nd place, Dwayne Lockwood, 6 fish, 628. And in a cracking 1st position, even beating Kev Green, with only 5 fish, 1,065 points, Nathan Drury.
Well done, Nathan.
Right, can we have a pause while we just check the biggest flat and the biggest round first? Okay. We'll check. Just Rob Ford's checking. No. Right. Biggest flat. I daren't do this now until VAR comes out. 32 centimetre flounder. Jim Heath. Yeah, you said you'd get on the podium, didn't you?
Well done.
Biggest round. 100 centimetre hound, Nathan.
Good fish, that.
Congratulations. And you can have that one in your, and you can get the cup home with you this time. Can we have a photograph with the cup, please?
Okay.
You've got to turn your light off.
Dave Mathers.
Well done.
There you are, you covered your bait.
Right, and last but not least, next week's match, per the timetables, is Sheringham, and the high tide is 2024, so we'll be fishing it up. Yeah, I think we should fish the other side of the lifeboat.